Welcome to Nico Knows Best podcast. We have Nico Lee here. He is a creative director, also a model. What else are you?
Uh, Creative producer, designer.
Just introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Nico Lee. I am from Brooklyn, New York, and I'm an artist. I dabble in a little bit of everything, but mainly creative direction, design, and visual production.
I didn't know you were from New York.
Yeah, I was born here, but I was raised in Trinidad.
Okay, I thought you was one of them Baltimore people for some reason. I know that's like a real way to peg somebody, but I see a lot of people. I don't know why I thought you was from like Baltimore. That is random as hell. But I know that you. I knew you as a model. I know
Yeah.
you've been modeling for a while prior. I feel like how long? When did you start modeling?
I started modeling when I was 16, and it's funny because I got into modeling through creative direction. Yeah.
At 16, you're doing creative direction.
Yeah, I was working at Zara, so I was styling myself with all the clothes and just hitting up my friend too.
Wait. You can get a job at Zara at 16?
In Texas, yeah.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, so I was working there and I was getting discounts on clothes. I had ideas and no one wanted to sign me, so I just started putting my own ideas together. And over time, I started to gain attention and the shoots came out well. And then I got scouted to, I forgot what agency in Dallas, but it was a decent one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's how I got my start at I think it was on my birthday when I turned 18, I got signed in Dallas. So yeah,
Okay.
that's how I got in. But it all started from me just styling myself.
So, technically, how long has this been? You've been modeling. So, 16, I don't know how old you are now.
I'm 25.
You're 25. I can't count, so how long is that?
9 years.
It's 9 years, so you've been modeling for 9 years.
Yeah.
Who were you signed to in New York prior? Because I don't quite remember, but I do remember.
I've been signed to a few agencies. My mother agent right now is Celeste Management.
Mm-hmm.
I was signed to Remade as a booking agent, but my agents know that this year I want to just focus on
Fine.
creative production.
Yes.
So before that, I was signed to Kevin Chung. Amazing. I love him to death. Before that, I was signed to so many agents. So many.
I know,
agents.
that's why I asked you, because I feel like it has been so many. Your
Yeah.
journey has been so long as a model. So it's really great to see you really, start focusing on your creative direction. You know what I mean? Because, modeling it's not something you can do for everybody. If someone asks you to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But still also focusing on other things to me is very important to do if you have other talents. Because being pretty is fun, but you can use it in other different ways that doesn't just have to be like, oh, I want to be a model. So so far as how's your journey so far going as being a career director primarily now?
It's tough because it's hard for people to take you seriously when they're used to you being in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And it's like the reason I'm taking that break is so that I can develop myself, the skill set, because I've always been naturally talented in that area, but I guess I haven't been as disciplined, as committed as I could be to developing all my skills to solidify myself as a creative director. So the reason that I'm trying to do that now is because I have the ideas, but I'm not being taken serious because the majority of my work is my face or me being the model behind the project. So it's tough because, it's a lot of no's and it's a lot of me saying no and accepting the hard times because I don't want to do it the way they want me to. And a lot of investing because a lot of the projects that get the attention are the passion projects, the ones that I put money into, the ones that I invest in, and it's all coming out of pocket. So a lot of people don't see the process and the long nights and the meetings and the pulling pieces and the delays. It's hectic, but it's fun,
It sounds hectic. I just got a headache from everything you were talking about because it sounded like a long journey, but it's also a short journey for you. I don't feel like you being a model should be a shortcoming for you being a creative director. I would trust you more as a creative director because you were a model. You were in front of the camera. You have worked with clients before. So it's weird that you are having more of those type of issues because it doesn't quite make sense. But unfortunately, I get it. They probably
Yeah.
they're just like, okay, you're a pretty face. What can you offer?
Exactly. On top of that, not a lot of brands, at least to me, are willing to invest in team projects. Because,
absolutely not.
Yeah, everyone wants to go to the
Absolutely not.
influencers now. So it's like,
And they suck.
yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. I said it.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. You have these people willing to produce something that can be a long-term project for you.
Yeah.
Have longevity, but you're craving the current income. You want to go with the influencers. You want to go with the fastest way to make income. and they're giving all this money there when here's an entire team willing to do this project for this rate that you were going to give one person. So that's what makes it tough, because I work with a lot of great people, and a lot of my ideas wouldn't come to life if it wasn't for them.
So let's answer this question for all the dense people out there. What exactly is a creative director? Like, what exactly is your responsibilities on set?
Oh my God. It's so funny because so many people say different things, but I make the mood boards.
Yeah, they actually do say different things.
Yeah, I make the mood boards. I get the team together. I cast the models. I put the mood boards together. I confirm the studio. I'm sometimes also the visual producer, so I'm there on set making sure the project gets executed. I handle the communication. I'm there for post-production with the photographer and the videographer. So the creative director is literally in charge of everything. If anything goes wrong, it's your fault. If anything happens, it's on you. And I've had issues like, and I can't put it on to the team because I'm the person in charge. So pretty much you're taking the risk because you're in charge, it's your idea. Mm-hmm. And if anything happens, it's on you. So you always have to be prepared for delays, mix-ups, people canceling, changes.
So management. So you're just managing the whole shoot.
Managing
but also
the whole project.
The creative project is also yours. Like the creative direction is obviously like. Do you do movement as well? Are you doing the movement to make sure that everything's in the right place?
Yep.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I have an art director to help me with that, but he's not always in town, so it's usually just me.
So really quick, have you ever thought about getting into photography as well, so you can have more control of your projects? I know it's a lot to be able to, like, it's to shoot it, creative direction, but I've done creative direction for stuff I've also shot before. Yeah. It can be overwhelming, but it's worth it because at least your vision is getting made exactly how you envisioned it.
Yeah.
But you might have to pick up that camera a little bit.
You know what's funny? That's been going back and forth in my mind like the last year and a half. It's like, should I just start shooting? But I trust the people I work with. Okay. You know, like I trust my team, so I'm like, I trust my photographer to understand my vision, and I haven't had a problem with him since. But I still want to learn because I did shoot a lot of my own projects, but I shot on film. I don't know digital that much.
Okay.
But I know the basics, you know, to communicate with them back and forth. But it's definitely something I want to pick up when I have more time.
I mean, I think it's best to pick it up now because relying on other people sometimes is just even though you trust your photographers, I know it's times where like they're not available where you like, I want to get this done now. Mm-hmm. And obviously they're busy, they have their own lives, or they just off somewhere. Yeah. So at least learn how to use it now in case, you know, something comes up and you're like, I could just do it myself, this project at least, you know, if necessary.
It's funny you say that because I want to be a film director and a storyteller. So it's something I'm going to have to pick up.
Just pick up now. It's time. Really, do it, I promise you. But the best thing happened in my life is when I became a photographer. Because I was an agent, I'm like, damn, I got to pick up a camera too. First I was a stylist, and then I became an agent. Then I'm like styling the models. I'm styling my models for other people to shoot them. And then when I would get the photos back, they'll be and I'm just like, I just wasted money getting all these clothes for this shoot, and the vision wasn't executed and like I thought it would be. Or they'll take forever to get them back. Yep. And like, you know, by the time I got the photos back, the models would have had a whole different hairstyle. It's useless photos. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to pick up a camera. And I picked up a camera. I had a guy named Vegas teach me how to use the camera, teach me how to edit, and then it's just been up and stuck from there. And my process is so much quicker than most other agents. It's because I can shoot you, style you, all in once and have the photos done in 2 days and already have your book out there.
That's you know what I mean? A lot of work you doing though.
But I actually do it fairly quickly.
That's amazing.
I have all the time on my hands. I'm in the gym all day. I'm playing video games while y'all think I'm over here editing. I can edit in the whole day.
That's beautiful.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm so glad I learned these things, honestly, because they've been so helpful to the process that I have and how making it so much faster. Yeah. You know, some development is the longest process of a model. Yeah. So if I can develop them in a day or a week, they can start working the next week possibly. Yeah. That's so very true. Pick it up, you know.
There's a few people I'd love to learn under, like Nick Knight. You know, he's one of my favorite photographers and creative directors. And
I don't know who that is.
Nick Knight, he's worked with Alexander McQueen, a lot of the greatest people. He was his close friend. He did that Blade of Light project on YouTube, The Long Shot. You ever seen it? You've seen it, right? Yeah. That was beautiful.
I'm not good with people's names. I probably saw the photography.
Yeah.
I am not a person to remember people's names of people I never met. I'm so weird about that.
Yeah.
Like, if you showed me a picture, I'd be like, oh, that guy. But I'm really bad with names, so it's no offense to any of these people.
Yeah.
Like, if I've never met you in person, me remembering your name is just useless information to me until further notice.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But he's really just one of those people that's been in the industry for the longest and have worked with every iconic designer you can think of. You know, like he was one of Alexander McQueen's closest friends, too. So...
I'll definitely look him up after you leave. I'll look it up. Maybe I'll get familiar with it. I'm one of those people that came into the industry with no prior knowledge of anything. I am. I'm one of those, what do they call those plants? I was planted here. I'm an industry plant. I literally became an agent without knowing what agents do.
Wow.
You know, I literally became a photographer without knowing anything about really photography. And I also became a stylist without knowing anything about fashion houses.
Well, congratulations to you, because that's amazing.
Like, I knew nothing of fashion houses. I literally just honestly learned as I went along.
Yeah.
And, like, I didn't know anything about, like, the Gucci's, the Pradas, the Alexander McQueen's. Like, honestly, the only brands I knew was Coach and maybe Gucci, because the ghetto girls at my school always had those fake purses, you know, with the C's. And other than that, that's the only things I ever knew. And I thought, I can't say what I was about to say. I didn't know Coach was a luxury brand only because the girls I went to school with had it, and I'm just like, no way that this costs a lot if they have it. But I now know as an adult that it was not real. So sorry, Coach, for those raggedy bitches.
Coach has gotten a lot better.
Carried around your purse at school and like making me think so badly about you. But I now know that you are the shit, and I appreciate you.
Nah, I relate to that though, because I was raised in a fashion perspective, but I had a very hard life because my mother's from Trinidad and my father's from Belize. So majority of my childhood was spent outside the country. So fashion, stuff like that was not something I knew about or valued. You know, just beach, ocean, life.
Hey, Belize.
Yeah.
My best friend is from Belize.
It's like, when I came back, I was confused. You know, I didn't know how to talk to people. I was socially anxious. And I didn't really start getting into fashion until I was in Texas for 2 years. And
Texas made you get into fashion?
Surprisingly, I know. It's because of where I was. You know, like I was working while in high school to help bills, and I was working at Foot Locker, so I was that dude that had all the shoes and the discounts and shit. Then I moved to Zara, then clothes and fashion. But growing up, my mother and father would send me to each other's houses, and they would argue over outfits. You know, so that's one memory I had from a kid. So fashion's always been there, but not like deeply.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up in fashion, but I grew up being a person that said was on my mind, and I knew what I liked, and I knew what looked good to me. So my mom would always, if she wanted an honest answer about her hair, about what she had on, she would always come to me, because I would be the only person that told her, like, that doesn't look good. Your hair looks or like that dress doesn't go with that shoe. So I always had that, but I never knew anything about fashion, to be honest. I just knew what made sense together on a certain person.
You had the eye.
I had the eye, and that's my biggest strength, is just having an eye. Other than that, I have no knowledge of anything, and I don't care to, honestly.
Yeah. I developed my eye over time, because I'm looking back at some of my old outfits, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Always. Like,
I had no idea what I was doing, but I think that's what made it good, is because I was just trying everything. And then what I learned the most is proportions. If you know your proportions, you're good. You still got to add flair and stuff to it, but know your proportions. Don't just throw anything on.
Okay.
So that's definitely helped me a lot. It's definitely hard to find clothes being tall and but, you know, you got to work with what you have. It's true.
You got Zara. You got all these other
Zara's pants do not fit tall people.
How tall are you?
6'4". Zara's pants do not fit tall people. I worked there and they didn't even
You are surprisingly 6'4". I didn't think you were that tall. Honestly, in photos, I didn't think you. I knew you were tall, but I didn't know you were 6'4" tall.
Damn.
You look about a 6'1" person in a photo to me. You know what I mean? I'm an agent. I would have thought you were like 6'1" and a half. I'll throw a little quarter on that for you. And so I saw you today, and I'm like, oh, this guy is actually taller than I ever would have thought.
Damn.
You know?
I did have a growth spurt. I went from 5'6" to like 6'2" in a year.
Oh yeah, that happened. Okay, that definitely happens with people. Yeah. It's funny that, you know, I lived in New York for like 6 years. You lived in New York for forever, and I've never seen you in my life.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, it happens. It's once you have an initial conversation with someone, then you start seeing them more in New York.
Yeah,
that's what I noticed. Like, I'll see so many people after I've spoken to them, but before I've met them, I've never seen them before.
Yeah, I've never seen you in my life.
Yeah.
I've never seen you before.
I've been on like 7 sets where majority of the team lived in my neighborhood, and I've never seen them a day in my life. So
you be in the house.
I'm in the house at the gym or
What's your sign? I'm just gonna ask you.
Virgo.
You know, something told me that that's what you were. And I was sitting here, I was like, this is giving some Virgo
What's
energy.
your sign, Leo?
No, I'm a Cancer.
I love Cancers. My brother's a Cancer.
I love Virgos too. We're not gonna be friends, but I love Virgos. I do. My closest friends are Virgos. I really like y'all.
Damn.
That's I f- with him a little bit, but I still want to bother you. So I'm gonna be a little nosy. I know you might not like that as a Virgo, but I don't really care. Are you dating? What does your life look like outside of career direction and modeling? What does that look like for you?
Right now, family. I have younger siblings that I really love, and I've been doing everything I can to be a good big brother. So I just helped my mom move upstate. Went to go spend the holidays with them. My little brother's 14. He does video animation.
Okay,
so,
dope.
Yeah, that's why I'm working so hard to get my production company to a good point so we can have like a good plan set out for him. Outside of work, it's just I go to the gym, I read, I journal a lot. I have a bunch of journals I write. Not in a relationship, not looking to be in
All
one.
this sounds so boring other than you helping your family. Like, it sounds dreadful. Like, the happy and family part sounds amazing, but the rest of it sounds like, you know what I mean? And not because you don't have a girlfriend, because you're great. Don't have those. Those are annoying. But everything else just sounds,
Yeah, it's pretty boring, yeah.
You know, but you're 25. What, 20?
25, yeah.
25. I mean, at 25, I had just figured out that, you know, I started my agency at 25 just because I was like, damn, I've not accomplished anything. Mm-hmm. And then, so I was just like, I'm 25. So, you know what? It's a great age to start something, and I think you're going in the right direction either way. So, kudos to you. I would love to see what you do next and all those type of things. I definitely want you to do a little more. I want you to get out of the house a little bit more.
I do get out the house. It's just the activities that I like to do aren't always accessible in New York City. I love hiking. I love going to museums.
Hiking.
The museums upstate are beautiful. I lived on an island. The things that I like,
I know.
You know, like
museums bore me to pieces. But I've been to museums in different countries. You want to know why I've been to museums in different countries? Just because of the Monty. The Monty. We go to other countries, and we'll get there. Then we have to go somewhere in like 6 hours. We have 6 hours to kill before we go somewhere else. So I would only go to the museum so they can hold my bags.
Kill time?
No, so they can hold my luggage.
What?
And then I have to walk around this museum for hours with the Monty because I just want them to hold my bags. I don't want to carry no more. But I have been to some interesting museums that I actually genuinely like.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that are like more exciting with like more sculptures. But absolutely, I find them dreadfully boring, honestly.
Yeah, I guess it's because I started going out at a young age. Like
I
started like. When I first moved back to New York, you know, I was excited. I was like, yes, I'm in the city finally. So my homie was able to get me into the clubs and stuff, even though I wasn't 21. So I started getting into these things younger, which now is just like, I don't enjoy it anymore.
No, I get it. No, I don't know why I'm even judging you personally because I do the same things you do. So I go to the gym and I be in my house. So, you know, people would say the same thing about me. They're like, I never see you out. And I'm like, you're right. You don't.
Yeah.
You know, so gym. If I'm not working gym, honestly, I might get on my Nintendo Switch, play a little Smash Bros.
Yep.
Really, that's what I do.
Yeah.
You know, a good time for me is hanging out with my friends at the gym.
I don't even have a game system. Intentional.
So, but you like to journal. I'm not like to journal. So
I like to read too.
You know, reading and journaling is your thing. I'm playing video games. No,
I'm addicted to video games. That's why I don't have it.
What? Oh yeah, you need to get stuff done.
Yeah, that's literally the only reason. You know how bad I want a PS5 and God of War? I have fought myself to not get that shit.
You know what? I was like that too, and now that I'm fine now and I can play video games and not have to hustle as much, then that's why. But before, you're right. I was just like, let me not get a game system because I'll be on this all day. I'll be like, what I'm supposed to be doing because time flies me on a video game.
Yeah, that's how I spent my New Year's.
Yeah, like you'd be like, damn, 6 hours passed. I love it.
I didn't even go outside. I don't know. It just wasn't hidden this year.
It wasn't hidden this year.
Yeah.
So what are your New Year's... How do you feel about 2024 so far? Like, what is your just slight, quick prediction you think that 2024 is going to look like for you?
For me, it's... I'm actually trying to devote this year to myself because last year I feel like I gave a lot of myself to people that are no longer in my life. And I've been in therapy for like 2 years, and it's going to be 3 in November. And I actually want to follow through with the promises I made myself years ago. So, like, things that matter to me is I need to get back to meditating every day. You know, it helps me to tackle on my day in a healthy mindset. I need to make sure to cook at home and eat the stuff I need to eat, not have better boundaries with people because I'm a people pleaser. If you need my help, I got you. If you need anything, I got you. If you need help, I'm there.
You're the weirdest Virgo I've ever heard. That is like not people pleaser Virgo. It sounds crazy, bro.
Yeah. And it sucks because, you know, it's hard when you care about people. I just want to help. You know, I love helping, but I'm trying my best to help myself without feeling guilty. You know, because I didn't have an easy life ever. So it was always like helping my mom, helping in some way since I was 16, I was working, you know, so growing up that way, it just made me get used to like being acts of service, being there, helping people. And I didn't always put myself first. Even when I thought I wasn't. So this year, I really just want to put myself first, actually do the things I enjoy, not pretend to be someone I'm not.
Oh,
you know, like I can't do with the fake shit. You don't like me, don't talk to me. You don't want to spend time with me, don't spend time with me. We don't have to get along. We don't have to pretend to catch up with each other every few months to maintain a business relationship if you don't want to.
no, we gotta do that part now. Come on, you gotta do that.
With certain people.
You gotta do it. Like the business part, you gotta do now.
Yeah.
Come on now. Just in the fake at Merry Christmas and move on. It's like you gotta at least do that part now.
Yeah.
You gotta at least do the business stuff for your sake, for your own.
Yeah,
trust
for my
me,
own sake.
I would love not to have to be nice to people. I would love that's not what I'm trying to say. I would love to not. I would love to truly be able to do business how I would prefer to do business.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is not the case.
It's not. That's why I'm on
You
social
know, you
media.
have to be cordial. You have to all these other things. I'm not gonna kiss your ass or give you fellatio. I'm not the agent that go that far for things, but I am going to be as nice as you as I possibly can, and I am going to be cordial.
Yeah.
But naturally, that probably not be my first nature unless I genuinely liked you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I understand. Yeah.
Well, but for my to me, 2024 is giving going with the flow.
It's giving go with the flow.
I don't know what's gonna happen. It's giving I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna work. I'm still going to continue to work just as hard as I did last year, probably even more. But I don't know what to expect from 2024.
Exactly. It's like I created a plan, but a plan big enough to where things can change. Okay. You know, like I created an idea of things I want to see this year, but I didn't create a deep, thorough plan because that's what 2023 taught me is no matter how hard you plan, can still go left.
Yeah, man.
Because I was supposed to be in Europe by the end of 2023. So
like living?
Yeah.
Where are we gonna live? Quickly.
I found a place. Yeah, a beautiful place in
What
Paris.
country? Oh, Paris. You like Paris?
Yeah, I love Paris. I love Paris so much.
I that place. You know.
Why?
I don't love it. I just don't love Paris. I tried it a second time. It just is not as great as I thought it was gonna be. It's quite a very boring place. Other than fashion weeks when there's parties happening every day, other than that, it's quite boring. People are not even a sighting in the streets. The people in the streets look miserable. Like the energy is just
I don't know. Every time I've gone, I've had a great time.
Do you only going during lit times?
No.
So if you go to Paris right now, if it wasn't fashion week, you went to Paris on a Wednesday or Thursday.
I would have an amazing
You amazing time. What you doing? Drinking crumpets and pastries?
Yes.
Crumpets, but you know what you do like to read?
Read, go to the
journal.
museums, the architecture.
I have to feel the energy in like when people walking around. It just looks so to me, and I just can't get anything from it. Like I need to be, nourished by energy.
What do you think happens in New York? It's like a crackdown on every corner.
I know the chaos. It fuels me. Like it's exciting to me.
But
we get on a train and somebody randomly dancing or punch each other in the face. It's like it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
Paris is predictable. I think that's what it is. It's too predictable for me that I find it absolutely boring. And people are absolutely rude when you don't speak French.
Okay.
And I'm not learning French tomorrow.
I'll learn. See, for me, it's just like my life has been unpredictable my whole life, and for once, I like things to just be smooth.
Okay, you want it smooth.
Yeah, I want calm. You know, it's just like I like peace. You know, I like to start my mornings a specific way.
No, I asked that because you do like peace.
Yeah.
You like to hike by yourself.
Yeah.
So you do like peace. Okay. Well, it makes it explains it to me now.
Yeah.
You know, but I would move to Amsterdam, but that's just me.
I've never been.
You should go. Visit. You probably like it more than Paris. You probably like I can settle here. They have the good in between of everything.
Yeah.
And it's close to Paris. It's like
it's
like 6 hours. I don't smoke, babes, but it is.
Yeah, I do.
It is. I've never smoked in my life.
Wow, that's
so.
Crazy.
But it is legal there. If you want to know, because that's all people care about. When you mention Amsterdam, they care about weed and prostitutes.
I'm good on that. I'm good on that. It's just the weed. That's what
it's like the red light district is there. It sure is. It is.
Nah, that's scary to me. That's a very scary.
So, what are your final words? What would you like to tell us before as you leave? Like, what would you want to leave us with?
One, thank you for having me on the show. I'm very honored to be here. I don't know what this year holds, but I hope that everyone that approaches this year approach it with an open mind. Don't beat yourself up for not being where you want to be in life. And our current society does not support the perspectives we want to have towards our life. So you shouldn't feel bad if you're not where you want to be in a system that isn't meant for artists and creatives to thrive. So if anything, it should make you feel better to know that you're an artist in a system that's against you. So.
You know, we're going to add motivational speaker also to your title. He's a model, creative director, and a motivational speaker. There you go. Thank you so much, Nico Lee, for coming. I really appreciate you. This is my first time meeting you. I've always kind of wanted to meet you, and I like that you're taking the approach of being something more than a model. I really appreciate people that want to be just more than a model. So big respects to you. And I hope everything works out for you, and I will be stalking your page to see if you're actually doing what you say you're going to do, because I would like for you to actually do it.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.